You don't get what you want out of life because you give up too early. You don't realize that you've actually got a lot more in the tank. You get to a point, you fatigue, and you give up on yourself. And this is because you haven't actually tested what your limits are. You haven't even taken the opportunity to try and push through. And that one extra rep can completely change everything. Like if you were to just give yourself that recognition that you can obtain 10 reps in the first place. Once you've got the 10 reps, why don't you push for an extra one? Why don't you increase the weight ever so slightly? It's because you give up. Oh, it gets too hard. Remember, pain is temporary and it's created within the mind. So when we start to learn to push past our own limitations, pain is simply just a byproduct of pushing harder or making mistakes. But instead of embracing the pain, which is a part of our physical experience, we give up. It's like in order to grow the muscle, you must push the muscles past the point where they can actually grow. And until you actually decide within yourself to push through to the next rep, you'll never realize the potential that actually lives within inside of you. And only the individual who actually does the work can understand progression. Reps over time equate to results. It's so stupid to have the idea that if I go to the gym on a continuous basis and I continuously put the work in, I will get no results. It's just a shitty mentality to have. No matter if you're developing connections, if you're improving your skill sets, if you're getting good at something, it's just like driving a car. Like you have to learn the basics, which is doing the reps. And with experience, once you've passed your test, meaning you understand how your body works, then you can work on increasing the reps, because then you have freedom then. You understand how the mechanism works. You understand your limits, which would be your observations and how you drive on the road. And what you're looking for is the compound. With compounds, over time, you're going to create experience and you're going to improve your skill. It's like saying that I'm a professional motorbike rider, but I've only been riding for 2 months. Like, compare it to someone who's been riding for 50 years. Experience will always destroy the individual who has just started. They may be good at what they do. I'm not discrediting that. And if they are good at what they do, with compounds and experience, they'll become exponential at that one thing. Some people are good at driving straight away. They pass first time. And then what happens is they improve their skills. But that very same person might not be good at drawing when the other person has a vivid imagination and they're using that to their potential. They're like born with it. Just like people born with excellent awareness to see the roads and understand where a threat could be or a danger. They can perceive it before it happens. But they may not have the quality of the visual artist who can design a painting with their eyes closed. It's about maximizing your strengths. And even if you're not a good painter, if you at least try, you will get better. And it might suck. It might be fucking shitty. Like, painting sucks. And it might not be for you, but even if you don't like it and you continuously practice it, you'll find quality in painting. The same is applied for someone who can't drive or who is afraid on the road. In order to get better, we need to embrace ourselves in these situations. But the problem is we give up too quickly. Oh, it's not worth it, or the girl stopped talking to me, or I can't follow through with my reps. What if one more word or one more rep or one more day you showing up was actually the day that you told yourself it's possible? And then you can only go up from there. 90% of life is mentality, is how you speak to yourself. I can perform so much better when I am my best friend, showing up for myself, even if it's aggressive or even if it's in a loving way, because I know it's for the betterment of who I want to be. If I push through the reps, even if it's heavy, I know that I'll develop a stronger body. And when I develop a stronger body, I'll increase my confidence. I get faster. I have better agility, speed. And I know that my objective is to look after myself. So if I need to utilize, let's say, my legs because I've strengthened them, I need to climb something, then I know I have that ability because I've practiced it. Because it's something I enjoyed to start with, but now it's become my asset to my physical experience. Being able to climb stuff, being able to run as quick as possible. Anything could happen. It depends on your lifestyle. Who do you want to be, a painter, but you pick up the brush and you don't know how to mix the colors, so you give up? Fucking research how to mix two colors together to get another color. Like, do you understand how simple it is if we actually just said to ourselves, let's give it a fucking go. Let's show up again tomorrow. I was not fully in alignment today. I was not in my strongest position. So I forced myself to work even harder in the gym because I knew that I could show up right now as a stronger version, as a presenter of this information, than if I was to just dwell on what happened yesterday. When yesterday don't exist, it's a reflection. I'm not attached to it. It brought good memory. It brought opportunity to grow, but I'm not getting stuck there. I'm here right now. And I'm aligned now because I prioritize my health and I prioritize my mind. My body is a temple and it deserves to be cherished, pushed to its limits. But I never knew what them limits were when I first started. I would give up on myself. I wouldn't push past fatigue. I would just go to 10 reps. I wouldn't increase the weight. I wouldn't understand what my limits were. But now I'm a fucking animal in the gym because it was the mindset. And it was the condition that I taught my body that if you're showing up today, you're going to give it your all just as much as last session, just as much as last week. Why would you want to come down to a level that you're not even at? When you've already obtained the status of this level, you maintain here until we grow. Right. Life is in waves, right? It's waves. But the thing is, we're not going like this, ups and downs. We start here. And we may have some ups and downs to start with until we start gaining momentum and we start gaining traction. And then what's happening is we may have the mini downs. But the thing is, we're not coming down to this level because it no longer serves us. We've already surpassed this level. So why would you want to dip back down? And there's a quote that I thought about in a gym today, and it was like, a man will fall 7 times before he finally rises. And it may not be just 7. It may be as many as it's required in order for you to just get your shit together and realize that when you hit the bottom, the only way is up. But when you get to that point where you're about to give up, reposition, recenter, but do not give up on yourself. It's like going to the gym for 2 weeks, feeling pumped, eating all the correct food, finally gaining weight and muscle, and then going, it just don't make sense, mate. We have our rest days, all right? We have our days where we chill out, but we're constantly, gradually evolving, becoming better every day. When you hit fatigue in the gym, add another rep. If you do 10, do 11. We're redesigning the mind in a way that we can push past these situations. And if you're a runner, you're on the treadmill, you normally do 15 minutes, do 17 minutes. And if you're in the gym counting to 20, do it in 2 sets of 10. Make it easy on yourself that you're conditioning your mind to be able to push through anything. We're just going to another 10 reps. We're just going to another 10 reps. And if you hit fatigue, you wait and you finish your set. We follow through. Otherwise, you're always going to just give up on yourself. Like, it's a lot easier to stay comfortable, especially in the dystopian society that is being developed all around us. If we are not becoming machines, spiritually, physically, mentally, energetically, financially, we're not going to be able to rise when the divide comes. We're in a critical time in history where you need to be healthy, strong, mentally, physically, spiritually, invincible, so nothing can take you off your pivot, so nothing can pull you down. Some of you forget that you prioritize a dead-end job that doesn't serve you. And in doing so, you're proving to yourself that you can follow through, even if you don't like being in the environment. If it don't serve you, then maybe you should look at repositioning your life. But if you're doing it out of a state of a survival, you're pushing through the reps, which is turning up every day. But when it comes to your dreams, it's like your job is more valued than pushing through the extra rep. Why don't you just prioritize yourself? Why don't you follow through with yourself? Because that's what matters. You work on yourself mentally. You get a good body. It doesn't have to be for the looks. It can be for yourself. When you feel better, when you push your potential, you increase your confidence. You redirect your life because you're no longer fat and lazy or stuck in a dead-end job that don't serve you. You reposition your mind and you reposition your heart. You love yourself. You look after your body. You feed it with what it needs. And naturally and gradually, you'll learn about the pain. And you'll know it's all psychological. You may feel it physically in the body, but I tell you, you've got more reps in you. You've got more fire in you. You've got more in the tank. And if you could see yourself from a bird's eye view, and you could see how much wasted potential that you're giving out to the world every day, to a job that don't serve you, to your limitations, to the box you've created, I'm not worthy enough. If you could see yourself, what would you do? Would you break down? Would you cry? Would you take the sword out of the fucking stone and start to sharpen it and start to train? Are you ready to kill the dragon? Are you ready to master your life? Are you ready to follow through? Or do you want to just give up again and again and again and again? The choice is yours, man. I'm not here to hold your hand. And I'm going to say it as much as I can. I'm just here to give you a perspective. Only you is responsible for your life. Just as much as me showing up right now. Every day I know from my experience and my failures, I can share with the world what did work and what did not work. And it's evident. You can clearly see and hear throughout my channel that I've been through a lot. I understand a lot. And I ain't perfect. I don't compare myself to others. I just show up for myself every day because I know that if I follow through, I'll get results and I'll learn to push past the limitations, my own fears. I'll let God judge me, not another man. Put yourself first and don't give up, because today could be the day you break through. Today could be that opportunity to say no more, not looking backwards. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's mystery. So live for today. If you're ready to follow through, links in description.